Hello, 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 and happy Sunday to all of my Libras, gods, and goddesses. I'm talking to and you, Libras. This is Queen Amun Ra coming to you with a very special reading on today, Libras. Whoa, cards are popping out. Yes, one of your cards just popped out already. Venus. All right, let's get into your reading. This is a general reading. These cards are the Light Sears Tarot deck by Chris Ann. These cards right here are the Sacred Self-Care Oracle deck by Jill Pyle. Libra. Yes, we're moving towards a full moon in 11.1 days and expect a win. A big win. That's what I'm getting as I'm shuffling the cards for you all. This is about changing perspectives. So let's get into it. Let's get into it. Most High God in the universe, please give me a special reading for my wonderful Libras as it relates to every area of their lives, specifically in areas of power and intellect, money and wealth, creativity and emotions, and spirituality, and where these gods and goddesses need to take action. Yes, Libra, again, we have some ruling planets that are retrograde. Not your ruling planet, obviously, but we do have some planets that are retrograde right now. We have Saturn, Pluto, and Mercury are all retrograde right now. So we're going to talk a little bit about that. Plus, we're going to be talking about the number 45. We have some cards that already jumped out the deck. The Empress card, we're going to pop that over here. We also have the Four of Swords. We also have the Five of Pentacles. Let me see if I can move this around a little bit so we can see. We have the Seven of Swords. And we have the King of Cups. Yes. Let's pull another one out here. We have the Page of Wands. Like I said, we're going to be talking about the number 45 and put to make some room over here. So yes, let's talk about it. Your ruling planet Venus. Now, when we talk about identity / ego, we're talking about your sign, right? We're talking about your sun sign. So, but this applies to people who have Libra anywhere in their chart, their natal or birth chart. But Venus, being your ruling planet, Venus is actually the planet of love, of beauty, of creativity, of money, of your values, of your sentiments, of how you create, what brings you pleasure. Yes. So a lot of you all are really about to give birth to something major in the universe. So this is where I want you all to focus on winning. Just win, win, win in every areas of your lives. Winning in your professional lives, your friendships, your platonic, all of your platonic relationships, as well as your romantic relationships, right? So this is where I want you to see other people through the eyes of love and changing your perspective, right? Including, and this might be a tough one for some people, including people who are manipulative, gaslighting spirits, right? Seeing them through love and being compassionate towards them doesn't mean you're not going to cut them off, because we're moving towards a full moon, which is going to expose everybody. You have to sometimes love people enough to cut them out of your circle, like for real. Just remove them from your space so you can sleep better. See, so you can sleep better. You're on the verge of something major. You're about to give birth to something major. And so where you're going, Libra, you really don't need manipulators, liars, gaslighters, the whole 9 yards in your space. You need to keep your peace, right? You all are the scales of justice. So you have the ability to see things from both sides of the coin. You're a divine masculine side, but your ruling planet is divine feminine, right? So this is where, again, you're going to focus on, you're going to let go of things that are falling away from you. This kind of energy right here is not on your same frequency. This is low vibration energy. This type of energy, by the way, because let's talk about what you look like at your highest frequency. Not only are you gods and goddesses, you all are very romantic, very charming. You all are great listeners, very fair-minded. You all are idealists, very, very understanding, social, gracious, diplomatic, very cooperative. But again, the scales of justice. You can see things from both sides of the coin, right? On top of that, as an air sign, you are extremely intelligent, right? Extremely intelligent. And so when you're in the company of this kind of energy pulls out it's very, very draining. It actually pulls out the shadow side. It pulls out low vibration energy in you. it causes you to be lazy, to be indecisive, very unreliable, very superficial, very manipulative. And that is not who you are at the core. That is the ego side. That's the carnal side of yourselves. That side of yourselves, when contaminated by this type of energy, will cause you to vibrate low. So you want to continue vibrating high so that it will improve your sleep. Also, this type of energy will distract you from even realizing how much money you have access to, right? So again, you're going to see people at a different perspective. You're not going to allow them to make you so angry that it causes you to vibrate low. You're just going to see it for what it really is, that that person is hurting, that there's something else that's going on in them that's that you're not trying to fix, right? You just got to move on. That person probably needs some help. And again, this is going to help balance out your energy right here. Again, your divine masculine. So this is going to help you tap into your emotional side and balance everything out by activating your crown chakra. Remember, the chakra that resonates most with air signs is the heart chakra, and we know that the heart chakra is all about being connected with yourself, as well as cultivating joy, self-love, and compassion. So again, you have compassion for people like this. You're just looking at things differently now, a different perspective. You're like, you know what? If I stay connected to this person or people like this, it's going to cause me to vibrate low. So let me go ahead and see it for what it really is. I have way too much invested in myself, right? That I have to give to the world for me to even be concerned with this kind of energy right here. This type of energy, like I said, will cause you to tap fully into that other side of yourself. And you're like, oh my God, I'm not going to go to the egotistical side of myself where I'm edging the God in me out. EGO, edging God out. You don't need to edge the God in you out when you have option to vibrate higher and focus on your gifts, right? So this is a win-win for everybody. You're actually helping the manipulator while winning, helping them by cutting them out of your lives. The gaslighters, and you know who gaslighting is, right? But now you know what gaslighting is. It's a person who is trying to make you believe what you know to be true to be a lie. They're trying to confuse you, right? Like people gaslight elderly people all the time by saying, oh, no, you didn't, they say, oh, I hang my keys here on this hook every single day, and now I can't find my keys. And the manipulator has taken the keys intentionally and put the keys somewhere else. So now the elderly person is confused. But it happens a lot to a lot of people. Family members will tell you, oh, you weren't molested. That wasn't this, and this didn't happen to you. That didn't happen to you. And you know that it happened, leaving you in a state of confusion. You do not want to be in a situation, and those were just two examples. So there's other examples of gaslighting. But you don't want to be contaminated by this kind of energy, because it will cause you to repeat another cycle, because it'll cause you to vibrate low. Let's talk about the number 45 for just a second, because 45 is extremely important. So right now, like I said, this is a great time for a makeover. I'm talking about internally and externally, Libras. It's time for you to focus on yourself for a while. This is a time for you to, look after yourself. We're not talking about something in vanity. We're just talking about really looking after yourselves. And looking after yourselves is having compassion for gaslighters and manipulators and liars and the whole 9 yards, but not so much so you're being dragged into being contaminated by them. This is like, you know what, something else is going on with that person, but I got to move on. I got to cut them off and move on. It was exposed. Remember, see, this right here is a full moon. See this full moon? We're moving towards a full moon. 11.1 days, 111, but I'm not talking about 111. I'm talking about 11.1 or 0.1 days. We're moving towards a full moon. So number 45 is the number showing how the manifestation of freedom helps you to access the highest wisdom. The number 4 and 45 gives you a firm foundation. The number 5 and 45 gives you the ability to communicate and experience freedom of movement. And so the root number 9 actually completes the picture. And so when you think about the number 45, think about the fact that you're a born humanitarian. This is you stepping into this vibration. You're saving the world with your gifts, right? You're helping move the world forward with your gifts, or mankind forward with your gifts. 45 is also merging independence with discipline. So that's the number 45. Let's continue on with your reading. So like I said, you're actually helping people when you realize we're not on the same frequency. We're not even built the same. You're choosing to vibrate low while I choose to vibrate high. And again, it's a choice. You've chosen to vibrate high. Plus, you have the Wheel of Fortune spinning in your favor, which is great. Wheel of Fortune spinning in your favor. Great. Right? So, again, this is a win-win situation for you all around. You're changing your perspective on liars, gaslighters, cheaters, all of that stuff. You're saying, you know what? I'm going to approach it with compassion, but I'm not going to let it bother me. There are some instances, Libra, that you don't feel like you need to cut that person off, but you absolutely need to set very firm boundaries, because that kind of energy will distract you and cause you to vibrate low. Some of you all have children. Focus on your children. If you do not have children, focus on what's nostalgic to you, what made you happy as a child. And focus on that. Here we have the Knight of Wands. So I see a lot of you all really getting your fire back, and a lot of things are happening for you sooner than later. Remember I said a lot of you all at the end of a long and arduous path. We got 11.1 days before we move into this full moon cycle, right? And so that's what you should be forecasting. It's a win-win for me all the way around. You got to keep your vibrations high. It's a win-win for you. A win-win. Yes. A lot of fire. A lot of fire in your cards. A lot of compassion in your cards, right? So again, crown chakra. This is where, again, you're going to be focusing on still being compassionate towards, but you got to get certain people out of your circle because they will cause you to vibrate low. I see some of you all celebrating outside of a new home. Yes, yes, yes. Again, it's a win-win for you. Some of you all may have been thinking about buying a new house or refinancing your house or something like that. But because of some of the energies that you've had in your space, they've been so distracting. You're trying to be nice and kind to them, but they got some other stuff going on with them, whether they're hurt and they're hurting other people, whatever whatever their issue is, you still got to just vibrate higher. You got a lot of wonderful things spinning in your favor, Libra. Hydrate. Drink some more water, because we talk about that clear skin. Water is a great purifier. Drinking it, detoxing your spirit. You use it on your body to wash your body. Use it to shampoo your hair, or wet your hair. But again, water is a cleanser, right? So you want to cleanse yourself again from those types of energies, these low vibrating, toxic, very manipulative, because they're very, very dangerous, right? So again, you're changing your perspective, but again, you're moving in the right direction. You're continue onward, upward, because you have bigger things to do, bigger things for this whole world to do, Libra. So this is a win-win for you. Love it. Have a great day. But then again, I know you will, because that's the intention you set. Bye.